got everything on this time? You're gonna have to do a restart. When are you going to put words?
Whoa. Well, you're not expecting that. That's pretty loud. Check one. Check two.
When are you going to put words to that song?
Sober talking sober talk.
Open up a caller contest on
lyrics to their
lyrics,
Sober Talk,
or name the song, whatever.
That's awesome. Hey guys, welcome to Sober Talk. You're here because you want to get sober. You need to get sober, or perhaps you're just sober curious. Whatever the reason may be, we are glad you're here. So how do you know if you have a drinking problem, Jeff?
If it causes problems.
There you have it.
That's works for indication for me.
It's caused problems for us.
Yeah.
Woo. So
Yep.
how far along are you now?
I am. It'll be a year on the 5th of February. It was the Super Bowl a year ago.
Wow. It will be 30 minutes, and I'm teasing.
So how's the workout going? I saw you
Working
were
out.
hanging some clothes on the Peloton the other day.
Yes. You know what? I'm a tall guy, so the Peloton, if you get the upper handlebar there toward the right, you can get. Hold on, I'm stepping on something there. I hate everything, Jeff.
So I called. No, you can hang like 3 coats on the one we had,
Right.
which was nice, and like a throw, blanket over the seat.
Oh,
it
really?
airs it out nicely. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Let me check the cameras here. What we have? We have this,
and this, and that.
that one. Oh, that's a nice one. I got a new camera that I put there somewhere. You know what? And it's not. There it is. Look at that. It's the camera filming the screen. See what I'm doing there?
Look at the board lighting up with all the people saying that this is what they were waiting for.
Yes.
They were gonna.
This is how. That one extra camera on that angle right there.
That's gonna put us over the
That's
top.
gonna put us over. We're going to go make it viral, and people are gonna be getting sober left and right. So,
Hey, I learned something tonight. I went into Speedway and checked
Yeah.
on the cards, and they said actually you have to put money on the gas card
See,
to use it,
me.
and that's what
dyslexia.
Yeah,
Dyslexia.
they said so. It's he said no, the card will work, but that's the beauty of it that your friend Tom gave you. You can just I can put as much money as I want on the card, and then use the card
Oh
that
wow!
you gave me for gas. So it's pretty nice.
I need to make a call.
Yeah,
real
thank
quick.
you very
say
much.
Speedway? Which Speedway?
Yeah, appreciate that. Bardstown.
Hey, and we do have what do you call it? I love your name. Sober Cell.
Sober Cell.
We've
Sober
got this.
Cell.
We've got the Jeff's got a Sober Cell in Cincy, and we got a Sober Cell in Louisville. And the number to the Sober Cell it's a text line only, but you can send us your name and number if you want to be in the show tonight. Carrie might have put this somewhere. No, I think it is in the description. But it's a 502-396-8374. 502-396-8374. And wow, man, with the pandemic, by the way, are you coming down this week to see me live? I'm gonna be in Louisville, Kentucky this week, my hometown, at the Comedy Caravan. If you guys never see me,
What nights?
Tomorrow night, Friday night, and Saturday. You're doing Friday night for me,
Yep,
right?
I'll cover Friday night.
Hopefully
for you.
James will come on as a worst case scenario. Just tell Carrie to come on as like a drunk. She's a drunk anyway. She can come, but yeah, if you guys want to come see me live, if you want to come Thursday night, I can get you for free. But Friday and Saturday.
Saturday might work because
should come
yeah,
down.
I think I that could actually be doable.
You should do that. Bring about 30 people with you. Trying to support the live, live comedy scene, local businesses. It's just tough right now. It's just
I
so
didn't know
tough.
I didn't know comedy clubs were opening up like that, which is great.
When I come to town, and I live here, they will open. No, they're opening up. Limited seating. I think they get like 97 people in per show.
Yeah.
And we'll do 8 shows on Saturday because I'm a draw. And
the up in Cincinnati, the Perfect North ski slopes, which is the only one
I
around.
love Perfect North.
They
I went tubing there.
the line. They're doing the distancing in the line, and it's
Did you
Really stretched out.
did you see the distancing at the airport? And it showed everybody
Yeah.
like 20 feet. And then it showed them 30 minutes later in the plane,
Yep.
and they're all cramped up with.
It's true.
So
It's been a crazy week. I don't know if you heard last night, but it was just I'm this COVID thing's wearing me out.
dude, the COVID and half, and by the way, congratulations to all my Democratic friends out there, but the fighting, oh my
I know.
gosh, can we stop that? And I was wanting to talk about you. You need to tone the humor down a little bit, just a little too good there. And I'll be the funny one, you can be the old one. So that's there you go. So
Well, I tell you, I've turned off. I'm not even. I'm trying to stay away from the news. I figure if the world catches fire, one of my friends is going to tell me
text you,
about it.
hey,
But
hey, dude, look out your window, the world's on fire.
I'm tired of just hearing it. That's one thing I love about this show, because this is a place to get away from it and just actually just deal with us and not have to listen to both sides just bickering back and forth. It's wearing me out.
Yeah. Hey, a couple congrats here. Danny Holland says I'm very handsome. So thanks, Danny. He's a sweet man.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, he says. And let's see.
You minimized the font as soon as I started being able to read
Yeah.
it. Now I can't see it.
Let's see. Someone said there. Who was that? Tina Labate is today. Let me find you, Tina. Pam Hardy, October 14th, 2020, clean date. That's Pam Hardy. Well, Pam, we should give you a call and talk to you about how you did that.
That's great.
Tina Labate is 158 days.
I love
sober.
hearing how people are doing it. I want to get as many success stories and what's working for them.
Yeah, I just don't want people to, like, I quit for 2 years. Well, you've been dead for 2 years. I mean, just, God, here, I got to bring this up. We had James is a local boy and he owns RAC. And between James and myself, we've gotten people I think like 2 scholarships now to go to, a facility for 30 days or 45
Oh,
days.
that's fantastic.
Free. Total, just we had to look into it, and sometimes they'll have insurance and we'll find a place in their area, or we'll fly them here or whatever.
Were those the ones you had a stopwatch out in the parking lot doing them on the 40 to get them the scholarship?
Yes, that's what it was.
Running through cones and gotcha.
Had to score a 17 in the SATs and ACTs.
Yeah.
But it happens the night before, or no, they're like, I'm going. I told my husband or I told my wife, I'm flying out in the morning. I got all the information, and we would jump through hoops. But I was talking to my therapist, my addiction therapist, because I was taking it kind of hard. She said, no, it takes people a couple of times to really commit. Because the last 2 that we've gotten into a facility and or find out what facility took their insurance, or maybe they got Part A and Part B of Medicare and Medicaid or whatever, we find them. And if someone's really, really dead, we are going to help out the best way we can.
See, that was something I was going to ask James. I still want to do this on Friday, but for people that I didn't know, I went to I Googled rehab Cincinnati, Ohio to find. I had no idea who to call or where to call or how to do it.
Yeah. But someone's trying to call this phone. I gotta say, text only. So text if you want to be in the text only here, guys.
I was talking to someone on the way down here. We were just talking about the lying to yourself, lying to others, and even talking about it with someone. I was saying, yeah, I'll convince myself, hey, maybe this would be different. Hey, this weekend would be good. No one's going to know. I could get away with it. I was just making a point, and even just doing that, I could hear my brain kicking in, going, hey, wait a minute, listen, maybe he's got a point. Maybe you can. It is it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, but before you interrupted me, I was telling my story.
Oh, sorry.
No, the people the next morning they go, no, I can't go. I don't have money or this or that. Okay, we'll fly you down or this or that. I mean, it happens all the time. And I start taking it personally because I really want these people to get help. And I get it. I understand it being an alcoholic myself. And then but my therapist says, no, it's very common for people to back out at the last minute. And I can totally see that.
Yeah.
But when they're ready, they're ready. And it's,
Well, it's scary. I think I can see when I was sitting out in the parking lot before I went in, parking the truck, and I thought, do I want to do this? I can run right now.
And you did a short one. You did a 7-day
7-day, yep.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah,
did you sleep a lot? Did they give you medicine to help you wean you off the beer?
Uh, they did a couple different things, and that's why I'm such a proponent of the rehab facilities because they do make it comfortable for you. Now, I don't know if I had any of the DTs shaken at those first couple days, but they monitor you, monitor you and give you whatever to make you comfortable and watch for that. And that's what I think. This show is about sobriety support, but as far as getting people that have been drinking for long term. Uh, Cutting it off is a dangerous thing, and that's why I think if you're going that route, you need to seek professional, at least listen to someone, talk to someone more that knows more about it than a couple of schleps on sober talk. But talk to someone, talk to your doctor, talk to rehab, and make sure you're going to be okay. But that's the one plus. They really made it comfortable, and yeah, there was help with the sleep, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, and that's just, yeah. I mean, I woke up last night. I got this thing where I go to bed at 10 and I wake up at 3 a.m. And I'm like, so I'll go in the TV room and I'll binge watch Imposters or something on Netflix.
Cannon,
Cannon.
Cannon at 3 o'clock, 3 a.m.
Kojak, Cannon. God, that's my,
Magnum at 2,
yep, mm-hmm.
Barnaby Jones at 4.
Oh, he rocked. I like old Barnaby Jones. But I saw this thing. It says, you don't want to take away time from your family. You don't want to leave your job. A lot of people think they're going to get fired if they leave to
Right.
go to rehab, which you won't. It's against the law. If you go to them and go, I have a problem, I need to work on it, I need to fix it, they're so happy. But if you come to work drunk, if they fire you before you
Yeah.
do that, you're out of luck.
You got to figure your employer wants you healthy and happy and productive. So getting help saves, being selfish for them. It saves them from having to hire someone to replace you
Right?
that's
No,
already trained. So
absolutely.
they want to get you fixed. It's in their best interest.
So I joined some of these other sober communities, thinking we could collab and this. And somehow an ad popped up on my wall last night on Facebook, and it was an app. It was $100 a month, and it would detox. It would make you good. It would get you sober. And I'm like, and I emailed. So what if I hear that if you quit drinking on your own, you could die from
Mm-hmm.
benzos and alcohol are the two things that you can die from if you're drinking. Some people drink so much they just they can't white knuckle it. They cannot cold turkey. People have died from
Yeah, they have to be weaned down off of that
yes.
stuff.
Well, the lady we talked to her, she said her mom died from going cold turkey. And but anywho, how can an app give you I was just curious. How can they give you the medical attention? And are they prescribing stuff over the? I just don't know.
I have no idea because
It's interesting.
yeah, when I was in, they monitor all of that. But you know what? It keeps you from having the medical issues, but it also makes it a lot more comfortable and easier to come down. Those first few days are white knucklers. I think without the help, but being in the facility, they made it so that you're safe, and that they made me comfortable.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I was coming down. I don't know if I DT'd or any of that kind of stuff, but I didn't experience it or feel it.
James facility RAC has a masseuse, a chiropractor, doctor, therapist. It's just amazing. If I ever relapse, I'm going to that place.
I was waiting for the hot coals to be put on my back.
Yes,
the zip lining and none of that.
You laugh, but they do zip lining and four wheeling at RAC. Well, they own three place in Indy and a place up in your neck of the woods, Findlay, Ohio.
Maybe that
And
fact that was Bob's rehab
was-
facility was maybe the indication.
That's the one you went to.
Yeah,
Bob?
exactly.
It was.
I'm Bob. Come on in.
Hey man, just sit down. You want some honey baked spam? I'm gonna hook you up. You hungry? All right, so let's call our first person here. I don't know what I'm walking into. This seems a tad suspect, but you can text us at the show, and we will call you. And man, don't get old, Jeff. I can't see anything. All right, let's see who we have here. This is.
Hello. Oh, hi, Tom.
Was it coming up, Jeff? Hello.
Hello.
Hey, it's Tom and Jeff at Sober Talk. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
We're good. Who am I speaking with?
This is Pam Hardy.
Pam? Pam, tell us about yourself.
I'm 61 years old.
Okay.
Started using drugs when I was about 12. Started smoking weed. Never got really clean.
And you lived to be 61. That's amazing.
Yeah, 61 and never got clean for very long. I never went to a rehab.
Do you like ziplining? No, I'm teasing. See what I did there?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Ja-
Sorry.
James is so happy right now.
Oh, sorry.
So, how did the progression go? How long you been sober?
She's not.
Since October 14th.
Oh, you are? That's right. You're the well, congrats. That is so great.
Thank you. That was my birthday.
How did you do it? And what made you do it on that day?
I decided because I had been going to these group meetings
Yeah.
and it's IOP.
Intensive
And,
outpatient is what that is?
Mhm.
Yeah, because I never went to inpatient.
Okay.
But I went to outpatient and I went to a town away from where I live, and I binged on meth for about a week. About 3 weeks before my birthday, and I came home and I thought about it, and I figured, I didn't want to die with a needle in my arm.
Oh. Just joining in, this is Pam Hardy. She got sober October 14th. She is 61 years young, and you did do intravenous. You took drugs intravenously.
Yes.
Wow.
I
Okay.
started those at 17.
Oh.
So, how did you on the 14th? How did you do it? Did you just white knuckle it? Did
No,
you
she
get
said she
help?
went to IOP at a different town.
I went to IOP and I told them, I had friends there. I had a lot of encouragement, and I came home, wrote in my journal, and decided, it was either stop or die.
What did you do,
I've
Pam?
got a
Because
warrant.
the IOP is a few hours on
that-
site.
right.
Where'd you stay? I mean, what'd you do at night, or did you commute every day, or how'd you?
A bus comes and gets me
Okay.
because Abilene is like 20. I live in Texas, and Abilene is like 20 miles from where I live, and I got a warrant out for my arrest, which if I drive my car, I get all freaked out,
Yep.
about going to jail. And they come and get me 4 days a week, 5 days a week if I want to, and bring me home.
Oh, that's great. So there's like
Yeah.
a bus or something will pick you up.
Yeah, like
okay.
a van.
Yeah. Wow.
Sometimes I'm the only one on there because I live so far out. I live 20 miles out.
Yeah, I
It's
get
a
that.
miracle they come in this far, but
They ever let you drive the van? I'm teasing.
no, man,
So how long did you do the IOP program?
I've been doing probably at least 4 months. Let's see, my birthday was 3 months ago.
October 14th was your sober day,
Yes.
and you went. And now, did you have to? Did they win you? Was there a medical component to you getting off the drugs and alcohol? Was there anything?
No,
Wow.
no, because meth is not my drug of choice, really. The Soma, the muscle relaxer Soma,
Mhm.
those are really my drug of choice. I OD'd on them 4 times.
But you didn't have any withdrawal issues coming
No.
down off of that cold turkey.
And from that binge, I had already come down. I have a Klonopin. I get prescribed Klonopin for my anxiety.
Yeah, and that can help you wean you off too. That's what they give you sometimes when you're getting off the
Yeah.
drugs and out as the Klonopin. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So, and I live by myself. My kids had nothing to do with me, and that's another long story, and that whan. But I have a dog, and I have an 82-year-old neighbor. I don't know anybody in Baird because I tried to get away from everybody that, Abilene especially, because my dope man's there, and the Somas are there, and I just stay away from things that,
Well,
you know.
it sounds like you're doing. It sounds like you're doing great. Are you struggling at all? Are you?
Yeah,
Oh, bless your
I
heart.
struggle. I
Oh.
struggle. Um,
And what do you want? I mean, what? Now, are you doing meetings or anything, or is the or is the ILP enough
I
for you right now?
I really want to go to meetings. I went to a Celebrate Recovery, and I
Hmm.
liked it.
And that's at a
But I
church,
used
correct? Is that a celebrate?
yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
I hear good
But
things about those.
I went to NA a long time ago when God, it was when my little granddaughter was little baby and she's 14. So I went to NA when about 14 years ago just to check it out because I was already struggling with the somas. And check it out and everything, and it seemed like it was not for me.
Now,
It seemed like it was.
do you have some I don't want to say sponsor, but for me having some close friends or some people that I can, well, not even friends, it was more associates I met in there, but people going through that I did that I could call when I needed and just talk
Yes,
through things. So you got that support staff or team?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
great.
And are
And
you? Did
I'm
you?
really trying to find a sponsor. I'm trying to get to the meetings to work the steps. I've never ever worked the steps. Never. I got my first step done. Well, halfway done.
Yeah, there's two parts of that first step to, admit that you're powerless over alcohol and that your life has become
Hmm.
unmanageable. So,
Yeah,
uh,
I know that
I
it
can
is
never read the
unmanageable.
steps, Jeff. I can never read the steps and get them. I had to have someone armed with the
No.
knowledge and to explain. Like my sponsor now is James, and
Yeah,
he's telling. I'm like, wow. I'm like, because there's only one step talks about alcohol or
Yeah.
drugs, and that's the first step. The rest is like, this is a great roadmap for life for anyone.
I thought,
hmm
it was one word answers what I thought at first, with the first step, second step. Sure. Yes. Okay. I'm good. But it
right.
really, the more, it's pretty, it's an in-depth answer. There's a lot to really accept or understand about yourself when you're making
Yeah,
those
and
calls.
I need that. I need to like when I was going to NA, they were talking about the steps. I got an NA book over there, but I need like you. I need somebody to explain it to me, and
Yeah, just reading it
I need
doesn't
it.
work. It just, I read through. Okay, I
Right.
read them all. I read them all. I'm good. I'm cured.
Hmm.
And most people they want to go from that first step to what is it, the ninth or tenth step where
Yeah.
you apologize,
Yeah.
make amends, and
Yes.
I'm.
Yes.
It's going to take me about. There's people who won't even let me make amends to them. I'm sure it's probably going to be months.
But talking to someone that even, not only has gone through it, but someone that's going through it with you, just to on this, what are your, and hearing each other's issues or a group
Right.
doing that is so beneficial.
Right.
Right. And I've got several girlfriends in there, and then I've got a couple of guys that I can relate to, and
Mhm.
there's people there from like other other states, and I've met a lot of cool people. Um, when I first started going, really, I try to take problems onto my plate,
Yep.
and I can't do
Yeah,
that.
you gotta be really
I
selfish. You gotta be selfish when you first start. Now, then once you get a few months under your belt, you could be selfless. Pam, we got a bunch of callers, but I do want to ask you this:
okay.
Are you new to Sober Talk Live? Is this like your first? I don't recall seeing.
Yes,
Okay, so man,
I
would you?
watched the testimony last night.
Nice. So can you join our private group? It's free. Just join it. And there's a lot of
Would
people.
love
You can hook
to.
up with a Bev
Yep.
or a Carl or a resident nurse, Laura. There's a lot of people. Just join the group. Carrie will put a
I
link
would love
somewhere.
to.
Yeah, just but
If
there's
you even just put in there, hey, looking for some people to talk this through, you're going to
Okay.
get all sorts of responses, and that's the beauty of this thing.
And
well,
that's where I put the comment.
Yeah.
yeah, just comment and people will right here. Someone's going to put the link up in the comments here real soon. Uh, but
Okay.
But thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you
the
so
call,
much.
and we will definitely have you back on.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank,
That's awesome.
thank you so much. Y'all are y'all are what I've been looking for because you know,
mainly me, not
like
you.
the meetings are so far, and I've been looking for online people that can.
Well, we're
relate
not
to
we're
me
not
and-
doctors.
Don't
And I'm a big goofball. I'm a big goofball.
don't substitute one for the other.
That's right.
It's all
Okay,
it's tons.
no.
The puzzle has lots of pieces.
So,
Yes, sir. It does.
Pam Hardy,
And I
congrats!
really
October
appreciate y'all.
14th.
Congrats, Pam. Keep digging.
Thanks, y'all.
See ya. Bye bye.
God bless.
Man, she was cool as bees,
Yeah.
wasn't she? Hey, real quick, I got to do this. These people are sponsoring tonight's show, and I say these people, I mean Kentucky's best hemp, and these guys are. I know my hemp, Jeff. I know it. I know CBD. I know the cannabinoids. I know the endocannabinoid system. I know everything there is to know about CBD. And these guys are the real deal. If you do buy CBD, please do us a favor, Jeff and myself, because they're making it. I'm going to finally be able to put some money on that gas card from Speedway.
Mhm.
It's KYSBestHemp.com. That is KYSBestHemp.com. It's on the TV right down there. And upon checkout, if you use promo code TOM30, you will get 30% off of your purchase. So thank you so much for showing those guys some love.
And if you put Jeff 30 in, they'll say who?
They'll go. That's anywhere though. So anyway, I'm teasing. So I gotta quit being so silly.
I know it's
I
hurtful.
know, it's very hurtful.
It's hurtful.
Pam was mad at me. See, I could tell her voice. You ever notice how insecure alcoholics are? So we have another call. We got. I'm getting the people coming in.
The sober cell.
Sober cell. This is great. So let's go to the next one in line is Tyler. We're going to give old Tyler a call here. Sounds like a good dude. And I may need to borrow your glasses like Carl said, or someone said, Jeff, loan Tom your glasses. This phone.
Cataract consultant. Consultation on the 28th.
You do?
Yeah, I'm going to get. They said they can't believe I can even see out of my right eye. It's the cataracts are so bad. So
You've got cataracts.
yeah, well, I took a paintball into the eye.
Wow.
I'm that kid that you'll shoot your eye out. I'm the kid that shot his eye out. It was actually someone else that shot it, but I was paintballing with my boys and some people, and I took a paintball right in the eye.
Wow.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I feel bad
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I thought you were too young to have cataracts, though.
Well, this was.
This may be, I may be down the wrong number. Let's see. 631 66.
You've reached executive briefing. Please use your name, number, and a brief message. We'll get back to you soon.
All right, well, that's not going to help it. Tyler, we tried calling you, buddy.
Text back in, Tyler.
Let's try this number here. And again, I can't see much of anything, but 387. If you guys want to be on the show, text us your number here on the Sober Cell, and we will call you. Let's see here.
Hello?
Hey, is this Shiloh? Am I saying your name right?
Yes, sir.
How you doing,
Yeah,
brother?
that's me. I'm doing good. How are you, sir?
We're good. You got Tom and Jeff here. And
Hey, Shiloh.
And I can't read, and I don't know who. I think you sent me a message. I'm having a hard time reading what I'm saying. But what's your weapon of choice? You a drinker or you're a drugger? What do you do, buddy?
I was a drinker.
Oh, you were. Congrats. How long you been sober?
639 days today, man.
That's awesome. That's
Dude.
fantastic.
And every second of my life counts, man.
That's
great.
fantastic. How'd you do it, Shiloh? How'd you do it?
I woke up Easter Sunday of 2018, and I told my wife on Easter, I need a ride tomorrow. Where? And I said, I set her, my mom, and my stepdad down. And I said, I need a ride tomorrow. They said, where are you going? I said, rehab. And they were like, ha, BS. You know, heard this before.
Mhm.
Actually, they really haven't. But okay, now I'm ready. And I walked in those doors the next day.
How long were you? How
And-
long were you in there, Shiloh?
I was in there 30 days. I fortunately was one of the only that ever got the full 30 days at the facility I went to here in Oklahoma. And I went in there headstrong, and I did it. Now, granted, at that point, he's now 11. At 8 years old, my son attempted suicide by hanging at school.
You said he was 8 years old?
Yep, third grade. and I lost my mind. But I found it, what I thought was in the bottle of in a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, we've all
A
been
gallon.
there.
Yep.
Oh.
A gallon of it a day. I'm 41, I think, 41, 42.
Mhm.
And I thought, here's the problem solver right here.
Yep.
That wasn't it. So I woke up that Easter and said, nope, I got to go. And I did my 30 days. They tried kind of giving me the boot after like 7 because insurance purposes and financial. And I was like, I'll take everything in savings from my family. But if I leave here right now, I'll die.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, I love what you said, how you were accountability and saying that in front of the family. When I went in, it was, I told my wife, I said, I'm driving myself in. I don't even want to ride because I just felt I've done this to myself and I need to take full responsibility. I didn't even want her to drive me in. I wanted, this is on me. I got to do this. And I would have walked in if I'd had to. I was, I had to take full responsibility for it.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing.
Absolutely.
You know, that's one thing I don't like about some of the facilities. Once your insurance is up, sorry, you got to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't like that. And I brought that up to James, and he said, "No, we said but you're not ready to go, so we're going to eat it."
Well, there is no shortage. You know, even back when things were a little more normal a year ago when I was in, or a little over a year, there's no. I mean, there's a waiting room for waiting list for beds. It's, at a lot of them, they'll shuffle around and they want because they try not to turn anyone down. But it's there was not a lot of empty space in those places.
Wow.
No.
Let me ask you this:
And
Can we talk? Go ahead.
Talk what? I'm sorry.
I just had a quick question because I think you're going to be able to help your kid down the road. Can you just touch for like 90 seconds on what makes an 8-year-old try?
Don't know.
You don't. If it's too
Still
hard,
don't. It's still no, and it's not, and it's something I need to talk about, and something I want to talk about, but we never got to the bottom of it. We went through doctors, and we went through therapists, and we went through, and we kind of still are, but unfortunately, 9 months ago, when all this craziness in the world hit, you need to go ask your mama, Bubba. I don't know. Sorry. And so we've done doctors and therapists and this and that and everything known to man.
the reason why I bring it up is that because if he has those types of emotion, something causes it. Something, an aunt, an uncle, something. I don't know what it is, but something caused. But he may be wired and depressed. You may be able to say eventually he's going to learn how to self-medicate. He may be 12 years old, hitting those the bottle, and you being sober. You did this not just for yourself, so you did it for your family. You really possibly did it for your 8-year-old because he may have some issues down the road that you can help him navigate through.
Not only teach him the skills, but demonstrate and show him through you the skills. I mean, that's probably more important than the teaching part.
4 days ago, my son just came up to me and said, we were arguing back and forth because we got the COVID 3 days before Christmas, and we were knocked out, all of us, all 5 of us.
Wow.
And Christmas was Christmas, I mean, best we could do with it. And he came, we were arguing the other day, me and him, and he went back in the living room. He told his mom, I don't think he's my biological dad. And I'm not. Talk about being tested every single day of your life, people. It's very
well,
true.
And that's why I'm here, Shiloh. That's why I'm sitting here tonight. I don't know what tests I'm going to have tomorrow. I don't know, and I say, what's the phrase I like? I do this just in case, because unfortunately for me, case is probably going to happen. I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, but I'm probably going to be tested. And right now, I'm feeling good, but I'm still here. I'm still filling my tank with self-insurance so that when it happens, I don't know when it's going to happen, but it is going to happen, sadly, because that's life. Life gets lifey. Life happens on life's terms, whatever you want to say. And I got to be ready for it, just like you got tested with your son saying that, or, you know, the things you've been tested with. Life on paper and life in reality are two different things. And I got to be ready for it, because otherwise it's going to happen. And if I'm not prepared and prepared well, I'm in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like you're doing that, which is awesome.
Are you doing meetings?
Everything I can.
Are you doing meetings?
Everybody's sanity.
Are you
sorry?
Are you doing meetings? Are you after your? Are you still working?
Tom, to be honest, your meeting is what I do every single night.
I get that.
I kind of, got out of that loop because I was going in there and be like, everybody go in meetings and be like, yeah, relapse last night. I mean, is that a cool thing? Are you really sitting in here telling us all about this? Like, I don't want to hear that. I can do this on my own. If I did the first step of this on my own, I can definitely somehow figure out a way to do the rest, because that was bringing me down. And I'm not saying that for everybody by any means. They work, they do meetings, but
and the right one. I'm an AA'er, Shiloh, and I've been to meetings. I've Zoom ones that bore the heck out of me, face to face, that I get nothing out of. It doesn't mean all of them. It's a matter of finding which ones, which group, which people, which shows, which books, which podcasts. Because what's working for me today may or may not work for you. And I'm crazy to tell you that that I have the answer. I don't. I have a solution that's working right now for me, but you got to find what works for you. And that's what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And I think I love that you're watching the show. I love this show, but I do plenty of other stuff on top of it. I'm looking, I will not stop searching for as many solutions, because like I said, it's going to happen and I got to be ready for it.
Yeah.
Very true. And, I've done the searching and then I watch Tom every single night. And then, you get the little trolls and people that have all their negativity and all that. It's like, obviously they're not probably dedicated. I came on 139 days and by the grace of God, I'm here.
I'm getting texts. People are, they have questions, but maybe we'll talk after the show. What did you hit me for?
Because you're getting all the love. It's always about Tom. It's always about Tom.
I thought you were busting my chops.
It's always
I thought you
Tom.
Jeff or
like
James?
this. I was looking at my phone.
I'm Jeff.
That's
okay. I did call you Jeff. I was like, hi, Jeff, and hi, Tom and Jeff.
It's just Tom.
Then I deleted it because I thought I heard the name James.
Jeff is the smart one. I'm the goofball. So, that's, man, I would encourage, don't depend. Well, you can depend on Jeff more than me, but don't depend on me to keep you sober. I'm a goofball, but that's why I do the show. We need, like Carl says, we need some kind of organized structure group to keep us focused. And as a reminder, unfortunately, we have people in the group who are still struggling. A lot of us. But just stay the course and really, really find something else. Like Jeff. Jeff does this, and Jeff drives down from Cincinnati. It took him 3 days on the train. He had fins to the left, fins to the right.
I was listening to some Buffett on the way down here.
But no, he drives down. He goes, and he's got a big ass truck that's like $100 in gas, and I really feel bad about that gift card, by the way.
But y'all want to hear my last month? So I'm being tested.
Yeah.
We're all tested every day, right?
Sure.
So got COVID 3 days before Christmas. Lost my mother-in-law the day after Christmas. Lost my father-in-law, who tended to his wife hand in hand. She was blind for her whole life, tended to her for, 58 years. Lost him 2 weeks later, just buried him this past Friday.
Oh.
And I thought, man, my dad called me. He's in a senior living center up in Edmond, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad called me and said, come get me out of here, man. Come, I've got to escape for a little bit. I need some peace. I was like, cool. So I was heading up there, 5 miles from home, totaled my vehicle, rear-ended somebody. And because my mind wasn't with me, it was ahead of me. Totally. And then I thought, can't get any worse. And it, I thought that on Friday. The past month is out of our life, can't get any worse. Totaled our family vehicle. But guess what? Still sober.
And I love hearing that, because if you can face it when it happens and not drink, you're doing something right.
It's there. It's there every single day, every turn of every corner. But I understand you gentlemen are very busy, and I will still be tapped into your show.
Yeah.
Good deal, Shiloh. Thank you.
Thank you so much for picking up. I just read your text too, saying you weren't ready to talk, and here what I do, I call him. So sorry about that.
No,
bro.
that's fine. That's fine.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I texted you back, and I was like,
Yeah, okay.
I walked
good.
in and I showed my wife, and I was like, look, he wants me to go live. And she was like, yay, where can I? And I was like,
That's great.
And
Sharing and talking.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That it does.
Like Gary says, Gary Adams, when you talk about it, kind of releases that
Yep.
grip it has on you. All right, brother. Good hearing your voice. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Thank
See
you, guys.
Shiloh.
Thanks.
Bye.
Wow, that was shallow. Let's see. Jeff, do you have anything you want to share with the group while I find the next caller here?
No, I just love hearing the hope. That's what those kind of stories. When people face tough times and they get through it, that's what makes me think that there's rosy times ahead to get through. When the tough time, if you can fight through it and survive, that shows something's working.
I have good hair for someone my age. On a sober talk, yes, we are doing.
I get a lot of hats at Christmas time and on my birthdays.
Gary
usually
Smith.
from my kids.
We're calling up. He's in the Ohio 513 area code, looks like. That's Cincy, isn't it? 513?
Yeah. I hope it's not a bill collector from my neighborhood.
He's call me. He's like, hey, I want to talk to you about your extended car warranty.
Yeah, exactly. That's.
All right, Gary. We try to give you a buzz, buddy.
Your call has been for.
That was Gary. Let's see if anyone else has texted us. If you'd like to be on the what's the number again? If you look in the description, our number is it's 502. I know that much. And let's see.
I want to know what people are doing to stay happy, because that's what I've been struggling with this week.
God.
With all the everything that's
We're
going
house
on.
divided. We're half Republicans and half Democrats in my house. And I got upset today about something, and boy, what did it blow up.
I don't even want to talk about it. I want
to talk about my hair again. I put a little product in it. Can you see that? 502-396-8374. That's our sober. What do you call it? Sober cell.
The sober cell.
That's Jeff's hotline number, or that's his catchphrase, or his, what do you call it? He
Moniker, nickname.
He dubbed it the sober cell, which I absolutely love. And from here on out, that was actually my idea. From here on out, 502-396-8374. You could text us your number, and we will call you. We'll call you there. So. If you
I put a trademark on that name because I knew you were going to steal it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I'm quite the thief. Let's see if here we go. We're going to call this guy one more time and see if we can get him. This is Tyler. Let's try calling Tyler one more time and see if he picks up. He wanted to talk, and then people get at the last minute. They get kind of freaked out. So I think just throw him in the water. Let's get in there. Did you ever consider an IOP at one time when you were looking at rehab and
They
stuff?
they do IOP first, and they denied me for it. They said that I needed, based upon my interview, that I needed to come in. They wouldn't let me jump right in, and um, so I did the 7 days in house, and then did the IOP for I don't think about 3 months. So what I wanted to ask you, I know you're doing the exercise thing, but what are you? We had talked about, because I got to get better. I'm trying to get Elizabeth to go walking with me. I mean, just to go out and hit around the block a few times, if anything. But I mean, nutrition wise,
It's
I had my breakfast of popcorn on the way down here again, or my dinner of popcorn on the way down here. Just a health fanatic, but there's so many things that I got to be doing to just round the package out.
Well, I got this app. There's a discount on this app. It's called Noom, 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 and you put your weight gain, your weight loss, go, and you're like in a month, I'm 220. I would like to be 200. And I've before like a TV special or something, I lose weight just like that by cutting out all the carbs. God awful way of doing it. So I'm not going to do that again. It's up and down, and it's not healthy. But what I did was I got this app, the Noom app, and you log your meals, and you put your meal in and go, okay, you got 900 calories left in the bank that you can have for the rest of the day. So I did that, and I did my breakfast, which is like 3 slices of bacon and a slice of toast. And then I did my lunch. I had and it said, all right, you have like 800 something calories. So I did lunch, and then it came up, it says, throw up now. Run 20 miles now. I think I'm a tad that's a tad too aggressive.
Yeah.
That's a tad aggressive to try to lose 20 pounds in a month. So I need to go back. I would love to lose 10 pounds in a month.
I had a fluffernutter sandwich for lunch today.
You did what now?
You've never had a fluffernutter?
Don't ever say that again.
No, a marshmallow cream spread.
Someone please tell Jeff what a fluffer is. Someone please.
No, we know that, but a fluffernutter. No, there is a fluffernutter festival.
Stop saying that.
In Massachusetts, I believe. That's a legit.
That's a legit porno.
No, someone's going to text in, and you Google it. It's a damn good sandwich.
Don't
I made one for
Google
my
it.
son over Christmas.
Yeah, just like if you want to go to dicksportinggoods.com,
No.
don't go to dicks.com.
Leave the.
This is
No, I gotta get better on
Sober
what I'm
talk
eating.
after dark.
Yeah, I heard that.
Well, I'm doing the bike. You know what? I've got this new cassette has to come in, and my Brad, our consultant, our tech guy, and I'm gonna walk through and show everyone the office while we're live one day, and you can cut back and forth, and I'll show them I got a bike, the kind of dad bike it has a fan on it, and I do that, and I did the other day. It was just Daryl and Carrie watching, but I went live in the group, me riding the bike.
Was it a Peloton thing? One of those?
No, it's not the Peloton. No, it's a Giant. It's like the Schwinn, but it's the Giant brand.
Okay.
And you just ride it, and you watch the TV, and I did it for 10 minutes, and then I did my kettlebell, and but I did 10 minutes on the bike live, and I almost didn't make it, but I was like, I can't let Daryl and Carrie see me give up at 6 minutes or whatever. So I went 10. But I feel it's the endorphins that are real. James talks about that all the time. Reason why we drink or do drugs or whatever, it gives us that boost of endorphins and dopamines, and you feel really, really good. Same thing. That's why they call it runner's high.
Right.
That's why a lot of alcoholics are running marathons now. I'm sober, but they're addicted to the gym or addicted to running, which is bad on your knees, but not your liver. So
I look back at when I was drinking, the things I did to kid myself. One, lower carb beer, but when you're having 73 beers in a weekend, that doesn't really help with the carb thing. But I remember popping the Kroger one-a-day supplement, the vitamin supplement, thinking, okay, I'm doing my liver some good. I'm back on the healthy train now by taking. I'll take 2 of them, and then I'll be good to go.
Jonathan Emery, text us your number. He says he's available. That's Jonathan Emery. Anyone wants to talk, just look in the description here and text us your phone number. Joel Southwick. My wife, who was a tremendous teacher, used to give her students fluffernutter sandwiches.
Thank you.
Golly, can you imagine saying, hey, my teacher gave me a fluffernutter?
We used to get them as kids all the time.
Wow, I never heard of a
There's
fluffer.
a Fluffer Nutter Festival.
You
I'm
got
telling you.
fluffer, you got nutter, you got the two words. Carrie, back me up on this. Oh, God. Please tell our Sober Talk Nation it's time to come together as a nation and heal. Like it or not, we now have our next president for the next 4 years. And that's right. I'm going to show he's my president now. And I hope I'll show him the respect and what a president should get, unlike what our last president got from the media. But we won't talk about that. Sorry.
We all want health, wealth, and happiness in our lives and our families and whatnot. So we all
Okay. This is through the sober line. Let's see here. He says he sent us a text through the sober line. I don't see it, Jonathan. Did you send it? Maybe you sent it. You don't have your sober cell on you, do you?
no, I don't.
Uh, I don't see it. What does it start with, Jonathan? I would love to give you a call real quick. And again, the number to call here for the if anyone sees that is Jeff, this is dead air. Take it, man. Run, run, do something.
Can't you play some of your Revenge of the Telemarketer
Yeah,
tapes?
we
I
could
mean,
go
we hit
to
one,
that.
hit one of the buttons.
You know
and-
what? This is the time for me to say this. Please, if you do buy CBD and use CBD oil with gas and such, for real, it's besthemp.com, KYSbesthemp.com, and use promo code TOM30 upon checking out, and you will get 30% off. Jonathan, the 864, I do not see that. Maybe try sending us the number one more time, and that our number to text us at. I need to get this memorized. Is 502-396-8374. So the sober cell here in this studio is 502-396-8374. So
This weekend for needing to drink for me was not this coming weekend, but the week after. It's the one between the Super Bowl and the playoffs, where there's absolutely zero on TV. Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after.
yeah,
That was always the one of the toughest if you're a sports fan to get through.
so
And boredom was my number one killer for drinking.
yeah, boredom. That was but I tell you what, with the exercise, like I said, if you, so are you and Elizabeth doing any walking? You guys do?
Yeah,
that?
trying to. She likes to get some big hills in our neighborhood, and I like the only good hill is a downhill, but
Yes,
unfortunately they come as a matching set from what I've found so far. But yeah, she likes to hit the big hills. I'd prefer to keep it flat, but I'm always glad afterwards that we did it.
Yeah, I'm always grinning ear to ear. Let's he just put his number here in the comments, 864. Bam. And this is Jonathan Emery. Emery, or I don't know how you say it.
Hello.
Hey, buddy, I don't know what happened there, but I wasn't getting your text. Thanks for putting it on there. I'll go ahead and delete that from the well, Carrie will delete that so it's not out there in the cyber world, your phone number. So tell us about yourself.
Well, I am on day 36. Sober.
Congrats, man. 36.
Day 36. I would love to say that my rock bottom was when my wife kicked me out of the house, when I failed to actually failed to pick her up from a bridal shower because I was passed out drunk in a subway parking lot.
Oh man.
And yeah, it was bad. But my rock bottom was when my wife actually looked at me and said, you know, I have a 11-month-old son, a newborn, and I have a wife that is almost 5 months pregnant. So I'm pretty sure it's in the well water. I'm trying to figure out what it causes this stuff, but she basically told me that she would lose the baby with the stress and the things that I was causing her
Yeah.
and how I was treating her and what I was putting her through.
It's not
But
just
you're
what
not-
you're putting yourself. It's what I did to everyone else.
We've all been where you're at. The problem is that's what you got. That's where you were. That's not where you're going. That's not. So, how did you tell me this? Because you have a 11-month-old and your wife is 5.5 months pregnant. She says she will lose the baby with the stress that you're causing her. And you said you wish his rock bottom was the one where he forgot to got passed out, didn't pick her up from a bridal show. You said you passed out. What was the rock bottom? You passed out in a subway parking lot?
I dropped her and my newborn off. He was about 4 or 5 months old at the time. I dropped them off at a bridal shower party, something, at a restaurant downtown. And I left there. I went and got her oil changed. I went and got a car wash. Just was kind of just bumming around. Got bored. And passed an ABC store, and I live in South Carolina, and I don't know if you know anything about South Carolina.
I have a
but
home.
it's
I have a home in Hilton Head, actually. Yeah.
Okay, so it's either the Lord or Liquor.
Mm-hmm.
There's a church on every corner, and there's an ABC store on every corner,
And a Walgreens.
and a Walgreens and a Waffle House. So that's what we got.
So you dropped them off. You went to the ABC liquor store. You got liquored up, and you passed out in Subway's parking lot.
Not even in a parking spot. I had pulled in and stopped in the middle of the parking lot.
Did you just wake up, or did someone wake you up, or how'd that end up?
Oh no, she woke me up. She has the Find My iPhone app, and she ended up coming to the Subway and opening the door, and it was Catty bar.
Dude, you would have gone to jail.
Oh, I should have been in jail.
And you would have had a whole different type of footlong, not the Subway kind there, but
Yeah, it'd have been the footlong I didn't like.
sorry, Jeff.
I
Devil made me say that.
I should have been in jail.
Yes, you should have been in jail. I got questions. So you quit because we've all quit. We've all had that. I'm sure I've got 5 equally as bad. Same you do too. But my friend, if you're not, this is temporary. If you're telling me you're not working any kind of steps or you're not going to some kind of rational recovery program or something, this is short-lived. And I'm telling you, we try not to tell people this on this show, but you got 2 babies. One's almost here, and you're going to relapse. What are you doing to maintain? Is it just fear right now and embarrassment? Because that will wear off.
It's not. I have actually put myself all in. Brian Biggerstaff that was on.
Yes, Brian's good. Brian drove here from South Carolina.
Oh yeah,
to be on the show.
I went to my first in-person AA meeting with him today.
Yes,
fantastic.
It's amazing his he's a little bitty guy, but got a big last name, Biggerstaff.
He really does. Yeah,
Just
his son's the same way.
Go ahead. So Brian will keep you on the straight and narrow, and he will.
He will. And I'm gonna tell you something about that guy. He's humble when he's there, but he texts me and calls me constantly, and just checks in, and it means a lot.
Well,
I have that accountability.
I just had this whole mood swing. I went from being really pissed at you to be like really proud of you. So that's no, really, because I was like, man, this guy I'm not pissed at you. I'm pissed at myself because I've had those rock bottom, and the embarrassment, and the fear wears off, and we start okay.
It does.
It's okay to do.
I thought you quit. I thought you quit.
I'm not going through this again.
Yeah.
I'm not going through this again. Yeah. I've heard that a million times.
And I told my wife time and time again that I'm done. Until I actually started, until I actually looked at myself in the mirror and said, "Is this really what you want? You've got a son. You got one on the way. Is this what you want? Like, you want your kids to know this?" Well, I mean, I'm lucky honestly, I'm lucky now. My son don't know his dad's an alcoholic. He he's not old enough to know his dad's an alcoholic.
I
You
think
know,
when I offered to watch the grandbabies and I was told that's okay, we'll find someone else. That's when that hit hard.
You hold on, let me get this straight. It was your turn to watch the grandbaby.
I had offered. I think I just had lost trust.
Oh, you said you would watch them, and
I offered to watch it. That's okay.
Oh, I've had family
We'll
members
find
like, well,
someone.
Tommy could drop them off at school, and that's
Yeah.
okay. And 7 in the
Mhm.
morning.
I've had that as a father. I've had that as a father. My wife is a nurse, and I'm a firefighter.
So what's
And,
your? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And my wife is a nurse, and I'm a firefighter. And I've had don't worry about it. Mom's gonna watch, Little Man tonight, so you can sleep. And looking back, I know that meant, man, I'll translate it for you. Mom's gonna watch Little Man because you're gonna be drunk tonight.
Yeah. Oh, I guarantee there's so
Man,
many people listening
man.
that are just nodding. Been there, done that. So it's I used to feel sorry for my wife because if the kids were out, late and when they're in high school or younger, if there was ever a need to go get someone, she had to do it. It was just
Yeah.
knowing that I'm not going to have, Jeff driving our kids, let alone or other kids around. So she had to do it. She was on call the whole time. It was just another one of those things I look back about how unfair I was to her.
Right. And that's the stress that I was putting my wife under.
Mhm.
That it was undue stress, and especially with her being pregnant, and how I treated her, how I put my selfish ways first, how I put my alcoholism first, how I wasn't worried about her. I in a selfish way, and just be completely transparent, I didn't care about her. I didn't care about the baby.
Oh, you love the
I cared
alcohol
about-
more than the baby. You love the alcohol
Mhm.
more than her.
Yeah, I loved it and loved it more. And she would tell me, she was like, why won't you love me? Oh, I do.
Well, let me tell you.
They
well,
don't understand if you don't have this disease. It doesn't make sense. I understand why they don't understand because it just does not make sense. How can you love beer or drinking more than me and the kids? It's not comprehensible to them, and I understand that. But
you have to get help. And here's the deal. I'll tell you how it's going to play out. Look at Brian. Brian's very open. He lost his family. His kids don't talk to him.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian is a poster child for you. Hey, here's
Yes,
let me show you the ghost of Christmas past. Brian came on the show and said, yeah, the new husband's a better dad than I was. I mean,
Yeah.
you talk about some real talk, man. I'm so relieved you got bigger staff on your side, man.
recovery is a
I am.
program of reminders. We got to, because I'll forget. I got to be reminded all the time of where I was and what could happen if I don't stick with this thing.
It is. And one thing I want to throw in there, and I'll shut up. But one thing I want to throw in there is I had a mother. I was 13 years old, and my mom walked out on my dad and I. I got to the truck after a baseball game, and my dad told me, "Your mom's not coming home." And it's not that she died. It's not that she passed away or was sick or whatever. It's that she don't want to be a mom anymore.
That's abandonment. That's where trauma and abandonment, and there's your abandonment. Yeah.
It comes to find out that she chose alcohol, drugs over being a mother. And, I always told myself, I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to be that. I share this in AA today. I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to be that. And then I ended up just like it. The only thing is I didn't work out. I come close. I was all but. But, I'm working on it. So I guess it's just a work in progress.
We don't want to choose that. I don't alcohol over a loved one or my family or whatever, and yet when that time arrives, I did.
I chose alcohol over money, over business things, and and people who watch the show. We got drug addicts, we got alcoholics, there's people who are addicted to gambling that watches the show, any kind of addiction. So I just saw a text from Pam Hardy asking if this meeting was more alcohol recovery or drugs or both. It's both, Pam. But man, I am so glad. But don't forget, that's why people go back out. Like Jeff says, we have to remind ourselves. Set a reminder on your phone. Remind me tomorrow not to drink.
Right.
You just post-it notes. And you got to get those tools to deal with days like today and days like next week. You just have to get it. But you're in good hands. We got our guy from Cincinnati who's was in a meeting. He wants us to call him because it's an AA meeting. But man, I'd love to have you back on. Tell Brown we said hello, and I'm gonna send him some shoes with the real high, tall
You're
soles
so
on.
bad. So
Your regulation size head, if you look normal, but if you get, I'm teasing, Brian. Love you. All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Love you, man.
I'm just watching our viewership numbers just
Man.
plummeting right now.
Look, every time I talk about Brown, the ratings go up. I love Brown. He's great. He knows something. Oh, golly. I'm the biggest loser in the world. I can do that. It's kind of self-deprecating. When we are calling our...
you got the hair, you got the height.
Good looks.
The hair, you got the hair, you got the height.
That's excellent.
Hello,
Hey,
this is Gary speaking.
is it Gary?
Yes, this is Gary.
Hey, Gary, it's Tom and Jeff from the Sober Talk, and know it's a 513 area code. You sound like you're up in Jeff's neck of the woods. Jeff lives in
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati.
Hey, buddy.
Y'all still got that WEBN, the frog up there?
Oh, yeah.
Eddie
There's-
Fingers.
yep.
I used to do that show all the time.
Yep.
So what's going on,
Oh.
Gary? Tell us about yourself.
I've been sober. My sobriety date is March 24, 2016.
Wow.
Way to go.
1 of 5 years there. Nice.
Yes. I have a bunch of kids. I have 10 kids altogether.
You have 10 kids?
10 kids, yeah, by 4 different women. The kids are wonderful. Let me tell you, the kids are wonderful.
Well, all those baby mamas.
now-
Look, you got 4 baby mamas? Gary's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
4 baby mamas. Jeff, you hear that? You may be my newest hero.
How did you afford to drink?
Yeah.
So you didn't give up alcohol because you gave it up because of monetary reasons. You couldn't afford it.
Because I was having kids, too many kids here and there, and yeah, that's one of the reasons why. I cannot stop having kids. So I figured if I give up alcohol, drugs, yeah, I'll give up having kids.
Hey, Gary, can you talk directly on the phone? You're going in and out. I don't know if you're a speaker or what's going on. But
Okay, now
No,
I'm
that's
sorry,
not-
I was
that's very nice.
in the backwoods. Down here in Cincinnati, believe it or not, we have woods back here somewhere.
down
so,
by the river. I saw it on the way over. So,
yeah.
so you, yeah. So it's what? So almost 5 years ago, you said March 15th. Was that the date?
24th, March 24th.
March 24th. Gary quit drinking. You have 10 kids, 4 baby mamas, and Jeff was joking, saying you couldn't afford to drink with all those kids.
Yeah.
So how did you do it? What finally kicked in?
Sick and tired of being sick and tired. I got arrested. I got arrested
Mm-hmm.
for doing bad things, for selling drugs.
Okay.
So when I had to go do my jail time, I had my 3 youngest kids come visit me once a week. And, I just seen them cry every time they left, and I was 40 years old, and I was like, I'm getting too old. I'm getting too old for all this dumb stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't, how do I want to say, I couldn't deal
Watch
with
your
life.
phone.
I
Watch
couldn't-
your phone. Watch your phone. It's still.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on, but it's.
Okay,
I
I'm
want people to hear your story. So you said
Okay.
you're at 40 years old. It sounds like you said you're getting too old to do this anymore.
Yes, I kept on getting in trouble.
He's too old to do that. He's obviously not too old to do other things.
Yeah.
I mean,
10 kids. All right. Now, did you have your fluffernutter sandwich?
Yeah, yes, I did. But yeah, I was just getting sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Right.
Not being able to be with my kids, to have fun with my kids. Nowadays I can go fishing with them on the Ohio River, camping with them. I mean, we get to enjoy stuff. I just had my first grandbaby a week before Christmas, a little girl.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So let me ask
Um,
you this, because I want to get the good points, because we're 10 minutes past due, and Jeff's got to drive back to Cincinnati. But how did you quit? You said you went to jail? Did you go to some kind of a treatment facility? Did you white knuckle it? Did you get medication to wean you off?
No treatment. I went to a treatment facility, a lockdown treatment facility down here in Cincinnati.
Okay.
Spent 6 months in there. They brought in Alcoholics Anonymous. I got into the book. I got in a sponsor, working with others, and yes, that's how I became sober. It's just they brought in Alcoholics Anonymous, and
Did you check yourself in, or did you get, because of legal issues, get forced into the
legal issues
Okay.
because of legal issues.
Gotcha.
And then I wanted to let y'all know this though, also, if I can. I 3.5 years ago, I was 3.5 years into sobriety. I lost a 14-year-old son due to a murder,
Oh.
and that's when I noticed my spiritual awakening happening. Right there. I did not pick up a drink. I did not pick up a drug.
You hear
Men and
about
women.
those stories, and I don't want to bring back bad memories, but were you tempted to, or did it not even cross your mind?
It did not cross my. I was numb. It did not cross my mind. I was numb, but I had the fellowship of the program that came to my rescue in my higher power.
Nice.
There's now that you brought that up, guy that I know of through AA who just lost his daughter to a battle with cancer, and the outpouring from the group,
brotherhood,
the brotherhood was
Tremendous.
It was tremendous.
Well, man, that's I really want to have you. This deserves a longer call. I'd love to have you on. So 10 kids. You lost a 14-year-old, one of your children, to murder, and you did not pick up a bottle or a needle. You leaned up against your higher power and your group.
Yes.
See, that's beautiful.
See, and that's what, if I can, you hear people about, I had to drink today. I had a flat tire on the way home, and I missed so-and-so, and I got a bill notice because
What a great, that's great.
Yeah. And you're using that as an excuse to drink. You're showing how
great the program works for you. A lot of people don't do AA, but it doesn't work for everybody. How in the hell does one, like Jeff said, which is brilliant and genius, that people are like, man, what happened? Started out this morning, I came out, I had a flat tire. So I said, screw this, man, I'm getting some Bud Light. And that's a bonehead BS thing that I would do.
I was looking for those, not reasons they were excuses for me to drink.
Yes.
I welcomed nothing like what you're talking about, and please don't take that, but to have, why are you drinking? Oh man, I blew a tire on the way home, and I this and that. Oh wow, you've had a rough day. Well, I guess it's you're justified then. It was It was a way for me to justify my drinking.
And I don't want to be selfishness with my story. I want to help others. Showing them that if it's possible for anybody else to do.
Yeah.
Well, you helped me. I mean, this is because I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've been walking a slippery slope, haven't crossed over, but I mean, a lot of drama in my life and just work stuff. It's poverty season in the social media world. I got these shows this week. We're probably gonna have 10 people per show. It's going, it's tough. It's just tough right now in the world, and I'm bitching about.
Yeah.
And I'm fine. I'm fine financially. I'm fine, whatever. But and here you lost a son, and what a Joel Southwick's is a really great story of survival and success tonight.
Mm-hmm. Love about this call, hearing this, because we talk about, there's a lot of focus on the negatives and the crap that happens in our life. I love, the fact that you triumphed over a really horrible situation, that's not about what happened, but your success dealing with that is uplifting. And
Yes.
I love to hear that there's hope, that we can
Oh,
do
there
this.
is hope out here. There is hope with the fellowship. I mean, and the higher power, and that's not the only one. About 7 months ago, his best friend lived with us. I sent him home to his parents, to his father, and 2 nights later, he accidentally shot himself in the heart, and he perished. He was only 16 years old.
How do you accidentally shoot yourself in the heart? What happened?
He was had a gun underneath his pillow. Why at the age of 16? Because of what happened to his best friend, my son. He was afraid that they was coming after him, so he had to protect himself. I know that's not an excuse because there's more protection out there, but that's what, kept on going through his head. I had to protect myself. So he had a gun that no one didn't know of, and he had it underneath his pillow, fell asleep, and stuck his hand underneath his pillow.
Yeah.
Hit the trigger.
Sad.
And he was only
that's
16.
my sponsor had said to me one time that, I was talking about he's got 20 some years of sobriety. And it's like, why are you still doing this? Why? And he said, because there is something out there that will make me drink.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is, and I don't know when it's going to happen, but
I can surely tell you, I'll be freaking honest. My son dying and his best friend dying, that would,
yeah,
I would probably fall off the rails.
yeah,
You're a lot stronger than me, Gary, but I'm 6 months in, not 5 years in. So, brother, thanks for your share, man. That's freaking awesome. That was really, really good. Love to hear more, but we're way behind here, and I gotta call one more person just to say hi real quick because I forgot about him, and it's not Carl this time. I'll call Carl on the way home, but
Well, feel free to call me. If I don't answer, I'm at work. But feel free to call me anytime y'all want to.
great
buddy.
talking to you.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
Thanks.
y'all for calling me.
Thanks, Gary. Be good. Wow,
Yes.
man. Can you imagine?
No,
But
those
you
are
put it in perspective. Thanks for saying that. That's awesome. That's really. I have pity parties all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah. Woe is me. My life is so brutal. Geez.
We got to get out of here, but I do just real quick need to call my buddy here that I don't have time to hear his PSA that he wants to do, but I like to leave the show in
Tom Mabe.
Catty. I don't have time to talk a whole lot, but I want to just say I'm sorry that I flaked
who
out
is
on
this?
you. This is
Who is it?
This is Al Pacino from Bullitt County, Kentucky.
I'm sorry. I called to speak to Jeff Graham.
Hey.
Jeff Graham. Jeff is right here.
Oh, there.
Hey buddy, how
okay.
you doing?
Yeah.
Can
Hi,
we?
Jeff. How are you?
Great.
But let me.
Don't take time. Don't take time from Tom. He ain't got much left.
I don't have. But hey, I wanted to see if I could schedule you back here. I got showed you. I'm at the Comedy Caravan in Louisville, guys. If you guys want to go, 502-459-0022.
Catty be there.
You gonna be there? Catty gonna be there? Please come.
Catty gonna be there.
Catty
I
gonna
will
be
be
there.
there.
And can you bring
I
like
will.
60 of your friends? Thank you so much. That'd be
Preferably
I-
hecklers.
awesome. No, shut up. No
did
hecklers.
You say 60-year-old friends or 60 friends? I'm not sure.
She sounds hot. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Do you see that, Tom? Do you see what that is?
Listen,
Yes,
I
Catty,
want
go
to tell
ahead.
you guys something. I want to give Catty an analogy here on this show here of Sober Talk.
Okay.
And
Catty
is
analogy.
everybody listening?
Everybody listen, Catty. Go ahead.
Okay. Here's what I'm going
Go
to tell
ahead,
everybody.
Carl. You're on
You
the air.
remember a barrel of monkeys? Remember that?
Yeah,
when
they had a
you-
game called Barrel Monkeys.
Yeah.
Sure, everybody knows that saying, right?
Yeah, and you hook the monkeys out of the barrel and you pull them up and you chain them together, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's what this show's about. You know what I'm saying? This show, Sober Talk, is about you got a bunch of friends down this damn barrel and you're hooking them. And remember when you was a kid, you drop one of them?
And you got it and you caught it in your vacuum. You like yesterday.
Well, remember the monkeys would go back in the barrel, right?
Yes, right. That's correct. Right.
That's right. Well, all the members here on this platform here, I just need to explain something to them.
Okay.
That's what we all are. We're a barrel of monkeys, and we're hooking each other up, and we're pulling each other out of a barrel. You got that?
I got it.
Now, I don't know if that's called what is that, like a minalogy or
That's exactly what minalogy. No, you had it right the first
it's a
time.
minalogy. Okay, thank you. And so anyway, that's Catty's minalogy of what's really going on here. So I want people to understand it's about support, one person at a time. That's what we're doing. We're pulling these monkeys out of this barrel full of monkeys. Get it? And that minalogy is awesome. So I just want everybody to
that's a great minalogy.
And I want everybody else. Right. And I want everybody else. Everybody out there.
Everybody on the dance floor. Okay.
No, everybody out there need to understand a support group is the reason for the damn season. You get it? So when you feel weak, you join your group. It don't matter if you're 12 steps, 18 steps, 14 steps. Hell, I don't care how many steps you take. What matters is we're all together in this. I love each and every person on this damn platform. Is that what it's called, like a platform?
Yeah.
Yeah, minalogy and platform.
You know, we could have a barrel full of minalogies. Just as everyone could send in their minalogies, and we could just link them together.
What was that thing Fit that you're wearing? It's called the Fitbit. Is that what you call it? It counting your steps?
No, it's called. No, I wear a chick bit.
You wear a chick bit.
To get chicks to draw to me, it magnetizes them to me.
Magnetizes them.
You see? Yeah. So anyway.
And that's because of the gravitivities. You have gravitivities.
Well, you got to have
whispering sweet minalogies in their ear.
If you don't have minalogies, you ain't got nothing.
That's right. And your minalogy is as a barrel full of monkeys with the chick bit.
Yeah.
And with and gravitivities. Now I hear you loud and clear. We are Catty, our street therapist here. This is he's one of my old friends. And
I love him. I've heard Catty. I love him.
Can you imagine you get Catty and Carl in a room together? They should do Catty and Carl show.
I'd watch.
I would really rather.
I'd buy the T-shirt.
I would rather be with Jeff or James, to be honest. Sorry, Tom, but.
And that's a minalogy.
All right, that was Catty. Thanks for calling in, Catty. We love you guys.
You're the best, Catty.
You are the best, Catty. I love you too. I do that. I see it.
Fluffernutters.
Yeah, she looks hot too. But put that up. There's kids watching. Catty, thanks for calling in, and I love you guys. We're so late. Just gonna drive, and that's awesome. He's gonna be pissed that I hung up on him. Isn't he?
Well, there's going to be a new minalogy about this tomorrow.
Yeah, yep. New minalogy. Newman off of Seinfeld. Guys, thank you so much. Love you. We shall talk with you soon. All right.
Always fun.
Always
fun.
Minalogy.
He's a wild man.
I like him a lot.
You need to bring him into the studio.
Don't say that.
No,
he lives close.
There are certain
Catty,
people,
you're not invited. You're not coming to the studio.
Catty, text me later. I'll get you the address. But
yeah, Jeff's gonna have you up to Cincinnati.
The key will be under the door. But no, there's certain voices you gotta put a face to the voice. You gotta know.
I know his face. He's a good-looking man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He probably have all the fluffernutters he wanted. I'm telling you right now. Guys, do me a favor, check out our sponsor. It's KYS Best Hemp. Show them some love. They're showing us some love. And KYSBestHemp.com. It's right there, KYSBestHemp.com.
Hey, you want to see my Tom Mabe impersonation?
Hold on. Was that tonight too?
No.
Yeah, it is. Look, it's a stupid shirt. It's not a stupid, it's a lovely shirt, but it's brand new, and I got out of the bag on the way here. When you came out, I was like, it's hot in here. So I went and I grabbed a T-shirt and put on. That's brand new. I got to wash all my clothes. Let's go back to the one that I just called the shirt stupid. KYSBestHemp.com, and it's promo code TOM30. Love you guys. See you next time.
The music again.
Adios. Adios. Coming immediately on. Catty, I love you, buddy. I'm sorry I hung up on you. That's my comedic timing. That's what we call a commonology, like a monology kind of. Woo!